harp is one of the most beautiful instruments in the world. It's also one of the oldest, dating back over 5,000 years. Despite that history, it's rarely taught in school, and most kids never get the opportunity to learn the instrument. That's what makes a nonprofit in Atlanta so extraordinary. It's called the Urban Youth Harp Ensemble, and not only do they teach students to play the harp, they specifically target kids of color and at-risk youth. And we have the founder and executive director along with one of the teaching artists at the program here today. They are our rad humans for the day, y'all. All right, let's welcome Miss Roselyn Lewis, y'all, and Dr. Jennifer Betzer. Give it up for them, y'all. Welcome to the show. I'm so excited to talk about this because, Roselyn, I'm going to start with you. This started with just, what, a single harp, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was borrowed. Yeah.
Do you play harp?
No.
No.
I was a music teacher for 40 years in Atlanta public schools.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Music teachers changed my life, so thank you.
Really?
Yeah.
I loved being a music teacher.
Yeah. How did this come about?
Well, the principal harpist for the Atlanta Symphony wanted to introduce the harp to at-risk students, and she was not quite sure how to do it. So a mutual friend told her, you need to talk to Roselyn. So she came over to the school, and she brought her harp. And I picked two. I was teaching middle school. I picked two students, a boy and a girl, and we went from there. That was in 2000. This is our 25th year.
Wow, congratulations. It's so cool. So, Dr. Betzer, what makes the harp so difficult to teach? It looks hard.
Yeah, so as you can see from the harp here, the harp actually has 7 pedals on the back to make it a fully chromatic instrument. I
didn't even know there were pedals. I feel like a moron saying that.
Yeah,
but I had no idea.
If you play it well, people don't notice. But there's a pedal for every note. They're connected by 7 pedal rods up through the middle of the column, which connects to over 2,000 working parts in the mechanism. And the reason for that is there's 2 discs for every note to control a full length of the string in flat, natural, and then in sharp as well, which is controlled by discs through that mechanism. So obviously an instrument complicated like that, the biggest barrier is the expense. They are quite expensive, which is why they are not probably available in as many school programs. Yeah. So that's a huge barrier.
And there's a lot of people, I think, like especially, look, I grew up in church, and it's like, there's a lot of people that want to help. They don't know where, like, hey, I have some extra, cash this month, or I was blessed, like, how can I help? I think a lot of people want to do that. So it's a really cool thing. Changes the trajectory of kids' lives, like to get scholarships, like go to college, like it can change their lives. So it's really cool what they're doing. Yeah. Isn't that cool to know that something you started set that domino effect? It's so cool. We never know how far the ripple will go.
The other thing about our program, too, is I didn't know this was going to happen, but for the first 12 years, 40% of our students were young African-American men.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
I didn't think the boys would do that.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. What drew you to the program?
So the job opportunity came up just after I had finished my doctoral dissertation, which was about jazz harpist Dorothy Ashby. She's someone who really, really inspired me. She was a Black harpist who, got into this when there weren't even, Black people being hired in this symphony at all. And she really broke down tons of barriers. She came out with 11 albums as a band leader in jazz harp. She was an activist, she was an educator. And so this job opportunity was definitely a once in a lifetime way to align with that inspiration and that mission.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy how life works out, right? You don't see it coming. It's beautiful. We didn't put a harp on our stage just for show. I'm going to play something incredible. I'm just kidding. When we come back, so talented. Welcome back. I'm here with today's rad humans, Miss Roselyn Lewis and Dr. Jennifer Betzer of the Urban Youth Harp Ensemble. Their organization provides free harp instruction to students in Atlanta. Students like my next guest. Everybody meet Myron. Give it up. You're 16 now. He's been playing the harp since he was 11, so welcome to the show. Thank you for coming.
I'm glad to be here, glad to be here.
Yeah, you sound beautiful. I heard you rehearsing. So what drew you to the harp?
So I've always been kind of drawn to music. So I started playing piano
Yeah.
in my church at age 3. So I started young. I started extremely young, and I've always enjoyed music. I've always thought it's just been different from everything else that's going on in the world.
Yeah.
It came time to pick my classes and stuff for 6th grade.
Yeah.
And they were explaining how playing harp can lead to like a lot of good scholarship money.
Yeah.
And so that piqued my interest. You know.
Yeah.
At
Smart
11,
kid.
money. Wow. Yeah.
Dr. Betzer, so Myron takes these harp classes at his actual school, right?
Absolutely.
Y'all set it up there, yeah.
Yeah, so we have 7 in-school programs so that it can be signing up for class from 6th grade all the way through 12th grade.
Yeah.
And then we also have our outreach after-school programs, and there are 3 different ones.
Yeah. Did you pick it up right away? You seem like a natural musician already at this point. Did you pick it up right away?
Well, in the first class, obviously I wasn't as good as I am now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of figured out some little things, like for example, like the red strings are C's and like the black strings are F's. I picked that up on the first day, which not many people would have.
No, and probably the background in piano helped. Probably the background, it
so
all kind of led up to that, which is incredible. Well, Myron, you have something that you want to play, right? Because I want to hear it.
Yes.
Yes. You want to go over? You can go over. Tell everybody what that piece was.
All right, so I just played the Handel Concerto in B flat. It's kind of a harp standard, so most higher level harpists definitely know how to play that piece. Like for example, like Dr. Betzer definitely knows how to play that piece. So it's a harp standard, and it's quite difficult, as you can imagine.
It's so beautiful.
Yes, thank you.
And to just see someone young and excited and playing something so beautiful that's been around for so many years, like thousands of years, and it's like you never hear something like that. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Well, our friends at the Guitar Center Music Foundation believe in giving everyone the power to express and create themselves through music. To help you continue your efforts, they're donating $5,000 to Urban Youth Harp Ensemble. It's so beautiful. Thank you for playing for us today. That was, it like stole my heart. It was so beautiful.